Very good evening all, I'm Deol and this is the Wednesday night South Asian news segment on Vision of Asia. Welcome to our daily news presenting voice of the community on pertinent issues, important festivals and much more on cultural engagements and politics. We have tonight another power-packed episode detailing much on the ongoing festivities and major events happening in the South Asian community here. We are taking a look into several state and national efforts that are bringing forth political dialogue, social activities, and interactions which aim to enable the masses and advocate for the members in need. Remember, our email is events@itvgold.com. Reach us if you have a story impacting South Asians or an opinion. This is a season of giving back and volunteerism with Thanksgiving just around the corner. So to all those hosting toy drives, food donations and much more, also do connect with us. Before beginning the show now, we'd like to reflect upon a recent incident coming in from Syracuse University in upstate New York, where recently a white supremacist manifesto was received by many students and shared electronically, adding to a string of racist episodes on the campus. Federal investigators and authorities are currently determining the origin of the manifesto, which officials have said appears to be copied from the one written by the man accused of killing 51 people at the mosque shootings earlier this year in New Zealand. A campus of nearly 23,000 students, Syracuse University has been shaken by at least 10 more hate-fueled episodes. Recently, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo denounced these hate incidents at the school and has called for a strict investigation. Our hopes for all students at Syracuse University: please stay safe and strong, and also very proud of your identity. Time to now begin tonight's episode featuring Bollywood actor Abhay Deol and many others. Let's take a look at the headlines. Toyota presents New York City South Asian Film Festival 2019 red carpet exclusive featuring actor-producer Abhay Deol. Indian Overseas Congress USA honors India's first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru 130th birth anniversary, New York. Second National Accelerator Health Youth Apprenticeship Conference, Middlesex County College in New Jersey. A lot more on the other side of the break. Stay with us on Vision of Asia, voice of the community. We'll be right back. Welcome back, I'm Deol and you are watching the Wednesday night edition of South Asian News with Vision of Asia. Beginning the episode, let's take a look at the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development, which is celebrating the National Apprenticeship Week this month, spreading the messages of the valuable gains from apprenticeships. An idea initiated by New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy, the program invests in workforce development that aims to help thrive and find meaningful careers in high-growth professions to bolster New Jersey economy. We have tonight highlights coming in from the recent event, which is a part of the National Apprenticeship Week, the second annual National Accelerator Healthcare Youth Apprenticeship Conference, which was held at the Middlesex County College in New Jersey. The conference brought together apprenticeship experts, healthcare employers, and educators and many professionals to build apprenticeships in the healthcare industry for youth, consisting of speech addresses and panels. Let's take a look at some highlights, including prominent South Asian healthcare professionals and doctors who also provide us an insight. Let's take a look.
This particular conference is focusing on healthcare apprenticeship. And at the Board of Public Utilities, we have been running internship programs, and through internship programs, people who come through and they are being absorbed into the workforce at the Board of Public Utilities. This is a great idea, apprenticeship program, because utility space, whether electricity utilities or natural gas utilities, water utilities, cable and telecom utilities, all need workforce. So I think it's a great thing, and I want to commend Governor Phil Murphy for taking on this task and making New Jersey a worker-friendly state and innovation state.
I said, what I really like about apprenticeship is its ability to influence. So we influence so many people. We influence guidance counselors. We influence teachers. It influences parents, I think the most important group. It influences the way we teach. It influences the way we learn. It influences all those things that make apprenticeship, a different way of thinking and learning. And I think that stands above it all. I just, making those changes. Today, I'm thrilled to be here at Middlesex County College to continue to move apprenticeship forward. And one of the things that I love about apprenticeship is not just helping people move forward in their career, but I love the idea that apprenticeship is one way that we're changing the way parents think, the way students think, and they're looking at it as well as the way educators teach policy programs and gets employers more engaged with the actual preparing of their workforce. So it's a very exciting time, and I'm thrilled to be involved in it. And most importantly, this change in thinking can only help the future of the workforce in New Jersey.
So we're supporting, whether it's Charleston Regional Apprenticeship or CareerWise Colorado, who are focusing on healthcare apprenticeships such as CNA and medical office assistants. But we're also basically in that support providing one-on-one individualized coaching, as well as virtual coaching through a virtual learning infrastructure, giving them opportunity for peer learning, which we actually have identified as one of the strongest things that they can do.
It was really enjoyable to sit with other panelists that were well versed not just in workforce and apprenticeship, but also passionate about making sure that apprenticeship is moving forward and engaging for youth, whether that's out of school youth and opportunity youth, or whether that's for in-school youth. So the work of apprenticeship continues to be a wonderful charge for us to collaboratively work together.
This primarily focuses on the apprenticeship for the youth in healthcare, and it is towards getting the youth to get into the jobs in the healthcare by means of apprenticeship, which will train them while they're working. And once they are trained, they'll be able to make the jobs better. At the same time, this program is something related to focusing the youth to get into the mainstream of healthcare, and also we are focusing to source the students and bridge the gap of shortage of employment in the state of New Jersey towards the healthcare industry, and to enhance the skills by training to meet the industry requirements.
They've onboarded 4,313 new apprentices, bringing the total of apprentices in the state to 8,253, serving in almost 1,000 programs. We'll lead the way in our drive to show that the successful earn while you learn model, conceptualized by the building trades, can work other places. We've proven how this career path can make an impact in healthcare, probably someone here today, science and technology, human resources, and countless other non-traditional sectors, which is mutually beneficial for everyone in the equation.
We're celebrating National Apprenticeship Week in New Jersey, as well with our partners across the country to talk about the importance of apprenticeship. At this time in New Jersey, we have a record low unemployment rate of 3.1%, which has made it very difficult for many employers across the state to find workers. Apprenticeship is a way where workers and employers can work together on a career pathway that is paid and secured, learning the requisite skills needed for that particular employer. And for the employers, it helps them develop a skilled talent pipeline for the job skills that they need in their business. And also it can provide a way to get funding from the state and federal government to help with job training programs and help you support you in the work that you're doing in your business.
Good morning. My name is Glenn Best with the Newark Alliance. I'm Director of Career Works at the Newark Alliance, and I'm so grateful to be part of this program today focusing on apprenticeships. This is a exciting time in New Jersey to have this initiative in all the focus on providing pathways, career pathways for both youth and adults, especially in the healthcare sector. So I'm most appreciative that we've had opportunity to collaborate, to network, share best practices, and look forward to working collectively across the state with organizations and employers to help them fill their talent pipeline.
This conference basically is the brainchild of our governor, Phil Murphy. When he was the ambassador of Germany, he got to learn about the apprenticeship program where the students right from their high school days have to attend apprenticeship programs, and this apprenticeship programs, once they are trained in particular industry, they are employable by that industry, and they don't need to get trained when they get employed. So it is a benefit for both the students or the employees and the employer, because the employees are already trained and the employers need not retrain them at their cost, because the apprenticeship program is funded by partly funded by the federal and the state government. So the burden on the employers are also reduced. So this program was coordinated, and this grant was given to us to spread this message across employers and employees of New Jersey State.
This month marked the 130th anniversary of India's first Prime Minister and one of the foremost leaders of the Indian independence movement, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The legacy of Jawaharlal Nehru is one that truly signifies many aspects of India's freedom from British colonialism and also the building of India as its own nation. A leader of India who is also known to have advocated for development, education, and empowerment for all Indians. His birth anniversary is also commemorated as Bal Divas or Children's Day annually in India, reminiscing the renowned Prime Minister's contributions towards the youth development in the country. We have tonight highlights coming in from Long Island, New York, where a celebration in honor of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was hosted by the Indian Overseas Congress USA and the Indo-US Democracy Foundation, featuring several prominent figures on Nehru's vision of a democratic and a secular India. The event saw New York City Councilman Paul Vallone as the chief guest of honor. Let's take a look at some highlights.
Why do we admire men like Nehru? Because he helped build the great Indian institutes of technology, because he respected ancient India's knowledge and invested in modern India's scientific discovery and technological advancement, making us one of the world's leading software developers, the second largest pool of scientists, doctors, and engineers in the world, because he invested in India's space program, making us the first country to find water on the moon, the first country to land on Mars in her maiden attempt. Nehru did not consider himself to be a great man. In his own words, "We are small men doing great things." Nehru understood that the great things he spoke of was the service of our fellow human beings.
So much has been said about Nehru this evening, and in some circles it's even fashionable to forget all of his contributions, but the disservice we do when we do that is to our own selves. If only we had the intelligence to recognize what he did, what he accomplished, and the principles that guided his vision for India, an India that is bigger than every Indian, an India that is for every Indian. We cannot go wrong in invoking his ideals and building the India that Tagore dreamt about, that Nehru lived, and that Gandhiji died for.
It's our family that defines us, it's our faith that unites us, and it's the country that we defend. But my message to you would be, the more inclusive that you are with the different democratic organizations and leaders, and take the step to take those seats and take the district leaders and the community clubs and the council members, and those are the type of voices we need now more than ever.
For all those who sometimes ask what Nehru has done, or what the party which was in power, Congress party, in those 16 years have done, this paints a picture of what India was before 1947. So what happened today? India today is the 7th biggest economic power. Nehru's vision of India, a pluralistic India, a secular India, a India united without any prejudice to any caste, creed, color, religion or anything. That is the India which really has come and progressed in the last 70 years. And let's keep that India, the idea of India, intact.
The light of wisdom in a world where so many of us seem to have lost our way. Similarly, let us honor Nehruji, the first Prime Minister of free India, by each of us pledging to do our part, but to stand by his idea of India, an inclusive India, a secular India, an India whose entire citizenry enjoys human rights.
Chacha Nehru done lot for our country. He is the first Prime Minister, and our childhood, we always remember him as a Chacha Nehru, and today we have a time to celebrate this organization arranged that anniversary for his birth anniversary, and he is the founder of our India, and what we are today because of him.
Nehru had built the foundations of India. He built the infrastructures, the IITs, the IIMs. He gave the country the 5-year plans and built a secular, strong and a stable India. I would like to tell you one thing. If you want to know the caliber of Nehru, you have to listen to the speech that Jinnah gave in Pakistan and the speech that Nehru gave in India to gauge the personalities, to compare the intellect and to compare the depth of these two statesmen. Nehru is by far way ahead of anyone during his time.
On behalf of Indian Overseas Congress USA, we are here to celebrate Nehruji's birthday. We are like a family here, which are connected to back home India. We want to do something for the India, some new generation for India. We want our new generation to come ahead and be active for their society, for the education, and whatever they can make changes in India. They need the support of new generation.
So we are here for all the Indian Overseas Congress members, and a lot of people are here. We are celebrating to the Jawaharlal Nehru's birthday, and really good to everybody's here, and we enjoy, and really too proud of the everybody's to here celebrate to the Jawaharlal Nehru birthday.
It's time for another short break. Stay tuned on Division of Asia. We'll be right back. And welcome again. This is the Wednesday night edition of South Asian News with Vision of Asia. We have tonight highlights coming in from first of its kind, produced by Jingo Media, the 2019 New York City South Asian Film Festival presented by Toyota. Focus on exploring and embracing South Asian independent cinema as a part of mainstream, the festival brought together New York premieres showcasing 24 feature films, documentaries, and short films curated to engage, educate, and inspire all. With the idea that a variety of content and ideologies are significantly changing platforms and reach for many producers, directors, and actors, the New York City South Asian Film Festival surely was a success. We have tonight a look at our red carpet exclusives coming in from the South Asian Film Festival, which saw numerous personalities from the industry and community leaders as well as pioneers, along with the cast and crew of many participating movies. Highlight of the red carpet story was our interaction featuring Abhay Deol, respected Indian actor and producer from the new movie Line of Descent and the Deol family Line Legacy. Also featuring American-Canadian actor Brandon Fraser, let's take a look at the New York City South Asian Film Festival 2019 carpet held at the Altman Building. I'm Aditi Lama with cameraman Raja Bhati, and we are here in New York City for the New York City South Asian Film Festival 2019, the first of its kind here. Happening today, this entire weekend is power-packed with 24 short documentaries, feature films, and many celebrities and great events that truly empower the community, increase the interactiveness, but also bring forth a lot of conversations about modern, independent, crossover, and global cinema. Here today we are at the red carpet held at the Altman Building, and we will bring to you none other than Abhay Deol talking on his upcoming movie Line of Descent and so much more on here at the New York South Asian Film Festival. So stay tuned with us as we bring you so much more, your voice, our voice on ITV Gold. I'm Aditi Lama with cameraman Raja Bhati. Mr. Deol, it's amazing to have you here. You've been such an icon for all young South Asians. How does it feel today to see such a wide range of South Asian diaspora present, to really celebrate your movie and what has gone, into the independent cinema of Indian entertainment and so much more?
They're really hard, not just to make, but to distribute and market, but we do it anyway because those are the films that speak in a way that's truthful. Like, I relate to them, and they make no bones. They don't make things pretty. They just say things the way they are so that they can present things and have you decide, as opposed to dressing them up with song and dance.
What do you think you have to say about the fact that a movie like, The Line of Descent has now made it to New York South Asian Film Festival, and the fact that now, the medium of media and the storytelling and content is so wide? What's your, what's your take on having that contribution added into this whole cinema, world cinema?
Well, the fact that we can go into the space like India, where traditionally film has been dictated with song and dance and focus only on entertainment and larger than life execution. It's nice to have something that just gets down and dirty and gritty and presents things for the way they are without apologizing for it. And that's just a fresh take, a fresh execution. And I think that helps us kind of balance out the sort of fake larger than life narrative that we're exposed to.
With the OTT platforms coming in finally, what they did in Hollywood, where they kind of shook up the system, they were disruptive, and you saw a lot more diversity of cast and stories. And I think what's happening back home is exactly that. Slightly late, but better late than never. As far as this film is concerned, I think it will now find an audience. I tried to basically fight the formula back 10 years ago, and it was a different environment. Now I find that it's a little easier because the distribution platforms are set up. So I'm hoping that this will reach further an audience now, so let's see.
One message to all of your fans, all of the ones that have really truly enjoyed your movie, that have seen all the Deol family together, just a message out on that.
We just have a culture that kind of has so much to give to this world. And we should always remain united, never entertain hate, and always be on the side of love.
Urban sprawl in Mumbai has pushed back wildlife so far that clearly they retreat to the forests and the jungles. And when a leopard is found in a village, if it's not scared off, it's killed. I thought that was sad and kind of cool at the same time. So in tribute to them, I thought, well, is there some way I could get image of that? And then I saw henna tattoos and I thought, that's cool. I'll put those all over my arms. And so I sat for a day and a half while someone painted me out. And then afterwards I was told that men don't generally use henna. Ever.
How does it feel to interact with the South Asian community and to see such a wide variety of content and, the amount of intensity that's gone into art? How has your experience been filming everything in The Line of Descent?
Well, I can tell you, I've learned very, very quickly that Indian film culture is through the skin. It's breathed and lived with passion. It's written about in the news daily, twice daily. Indian filmmaking's, it's a completely different approach to it. It's unique. It feels more, homemade on a grand scale.
What is it with people, It's like
They're always wearing masks. I got one, you got one, everybody's got a mask on.
मुझे माफ कर देना पीटर, अब मैं और नहीं भाग सकता.
But every now and then, it slips a little bit. And you find out who they really are.
What are your hopes from the movie? What do you truly hope that the audience, especially the young diaspora that's watching you, could truly learn from this movie?
I'm not sure what they'll learn from it. This is a gangster movie. Don't get mixed up with the cops, is what I'd say. But at its heart, this is a family drama, as all the best stories are. This film could have been made. Rohit Karnbatra, our director, could have made this in New York. He could have made it in Florida, Detroit, any major American city. But he chose to bring it to India. Yes, because it made economic sense for a film director early in his career, but at the same time, it just gave it the heart and soul. That I don't know if you could really capture that in a homegrown U.S. territory.
I am no help to you. If you get your brains blown out, I will not shed a single tear.
हमारे दुश्मन एक एक करके बाहर निकल रहे हैं.
You know, when you see fashion and film come together, especially at these grand events, how does it feel for you as a creator? And is it amazing and rewarding to meet fellow collaborators, perhaps other people in the industry at events such as this?
Absolutely. I think one of the best parts about having events like this that Chitan put together is the collaboration of all different kinds of people from various industries coming together. We have Nina Davaleri, we have Priyanka Shah from California. We have so many A-list stars that are here to support all these films. That's what we need. I mean, to have Brendan Fraser from the mainstream to be here. And we love Abhay Deol. He has the best personality. He works so hard. And to be here in New York is such a grand venue. It's absolutely fabulous. I got here a little while ago. Everyone's having such a great time. The weather warmed up. So, I mean, that's what we need, more of this kind of support.
Watch Bollywood star Anupam Kher and playback singer Shibani Kashyap exclusive interview coming this Saturday, November 23rd at 10:30 a.m. on Inside Scoop. They speak to us about some of the largest and significant Indian NGOs. And that is all for tonight's show. Remember to send us your suggestions and get your voices and organizations on our show, especially if you are giving back and raising awareness for nonprofits this season. Email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on Facebook @itvgold. You can also now subscribe to our YouTube channel for many of our popular shows for free. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Vision of Asia and I am Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.